Look, just today, the idea of this press conference is just provide a bit of background to the circumstances relating to the unfortunate death of a young man at the Loganlea train station today. I can say from the outset that at this stage we are investigating a non-suspicious death, and there are no involvement of any other person or acts of criminality that need to be brought into this case at the moment. So from that point I'd invite questions.
Do you know roughly how much time there was in between there was a fight and then he was struck by the train?
It would appear that he and his girlfriend have been at the train station for a period of up to about 10 minutes prior to this unfortunate incident. There's a number of facets we're looking into. We've examined CCTV footage. We're still in the process of preparing a report for the coroner. Obviously that will involve the identity and the interview of a number of people, a number of witnesses who are at the train station.
Looking at the CCTV footage, does the fight itself worry you?
It's, I personally haven't seen the CCTV footage myself, but no, the fight is not a fight, an altercation or confrontation would probably be the best way to put it. Confrontation doesn't give us any cause for concern whatsoever.
Can you confirm that the young boy that was killed started that altercation? That's
a part we're looking at, obviously, what we see in the footage and actually what is presented to us by versions of independent witnesses. We need to marry those two up. The picture is worth 1,000 words, but we need to sort of clarify what that picture actually is before we can make an informed decision.
So, given that there was a fight in the close vicinity as to when this happened, why is it that you can say that it wasn't suspicious, that the fight wasn't involved in that?
Just the behaviour of the people involved, and I'd hazard just to call it a confrontation at this stage. The actions of the people involved, the circumstances leading up to the interaction of the people involved. As I said, while a picture does portray one sort of version, we really need to clarify with versions of independent people, and that's what we're doing.
Is the train station there a bit of a hangout for young teenagers, and is that a concern to you at all?
No, not at all. It's just a normal commuter train station, suburban train station. Just unfortunate this incident occurred there in full view of everyone else. And you know, right from this outset, I'd like to say that we from the police, we share the grief that the community is sharing at the moment. We want to get to the bottom of this as well too, and be able to put to rest in the minds of people actually what happened. We'll share with the family their grief, because it's just normal that we need to do that in this instance.
Some of his friends have raised some concerns that this was a racially motivated attack. Can you comment on that at all?
No. There's no indication, no evidence of that whatsoever, and I can't say that strongly enough. Logan is a very, very diverse community in terms of ethnicity and the number of cultures that we do have here, and there is no evidence whatsoever of any involvement in racial altercations. There's nothing racial about this at all.
Given that rumour is already floating around, you kind of calling on young people to kind of take a bit of a step back and calm down?
Please, I can't stress that enough. We really need to calm this down. It's a time of very heightened emotions at the moment, particularly this tragic incident. It isn't yet 24 hours old, and we need to calm things down. We can't stop emotion, but let's just move on with the process of grieving. We'll answer all the questions. The matter will be referred to the coroner. The coroner will be able to make a determination based on what we present to him. But can I just urge people just to get on with the grieving process. All will be revealed in time. Unfortunately, in passage of time, all will be revealed. But at this moment, we just need to keep calm heads and just get on with the process.
Are you concerned that there will be revenge attacks?
It's certainly something that we can't dispel. We'll deploy our resources. We're working together through our cross-cultural unit with the various elders of the communities involved. We're holding a meeting with them tomorrow to try to be able to sort things out, just to be able to provide a clear picture of what actually happened, what action we're going to take from here. But again, we will work with the community on this, and this is we really need to in this instance, because I don't want any trouble. I don't want any unfortunate stemming from this because of lack of information. Rumours are the worst things that we've got going at the moment. If we can control them, keep a lid on them, get some facts out before rumours just take over, I think that's really what we need to do.
No, are there any more specific facts in relation to that? Because a lot of these kids are thinking that this bloke was picked on, that the other guys came up and picked the fight with him. Are you able to determine?
I can tell you that is definitely not the case, and as I said, well, I've only got the CCTV footage to go on. We're still in the process of interviewing other people as well too, but initial indications is that's not the case at all. And having regard to this is a matter that needs to be determined by the coroner, we can only go on what our initial investigations are and what the initial CCTV footage shows.
Can you be a little bit more clear about that? What that is, as to whether he picked the fight or they walked away from him, or it's just that the details are pretty sketchy?
Yeah, the details are sketchy, but at this stage it would appear that the had some. So I can't be any more specific with that, I'm sorry.
Some elders at the train station today indicated that tensions are getting worse between different racial groups. Tensions are bubbling away. Is that something you observed as well?
Look, I've got no indication, I've got no information about that at all. As I said, we're a very diverse community here, interact and get along very well with each other. It's unfortunate instances like this tend to heighten emotions. It's heightened by grief, by the circumstances surrounding it, and unfortunately rumour just gives rise to speculation, and speculation becomes fact in some people's minds. So we're doing the best we can to keep the lid on it. We're doing the best we can to work with the community to keep them informed of what's actually happened. And in particular, we need just to get together with the community and help through this grieving process. But as I said, there's not enough fact getting out there, and rumour is actually taking rife, and we can't let rumour take over what's actually happened.
And this meeting tomorrow, what will be discussed there, or what's the idea of it?
It's just to discuss, to provide the family with the actual facts that we've been provided, what we will be presenting to the coroner, and an effort to get together with the Indigenous community and the other communities involved to try and let people know that this is what's happened, to try and get a consistent message out to their respective people to say this is actually what happened, and put to rest some of these rumours because they're very destructive.